Welcome back to the channel, y'all. In this video, I'll tell you guys my thoughts on the pulsar 20-inch cutting push lawnmower versus the Scranton basically hyper tough Walmart lawnmower, and my thoughts. This versus this. Alright? So you can say pulsar versus hyper tough push lawnmower. Alright, my thoughts, man. I'm gonna tell y'all my honest opinion, what I think about it. Is that first of all, in comparison wise with these two, I would say I think the Pulsar has a more solid frame. It's a better build on the frame area. As you can see right there, has more steel around to the bottom parts of the lawnmower just by using it. And I think they upgraded the Hyper Tough wheel design now. But this old formula wheel design, I don't like it from the back part of the lawnmower. The front wheel design in the front is okay. It's that in the back is where the problem come in at, where the handle at. I don't like that too good. So that being said, I actually think the Pulsar have a better wheel system on it than the Hyper Tough. That's my experience with just using it. And overall, it actually cut closer. If you want a real lawnmower that cuts real close, I would say go with the Pulsar, And the wheels is it's got hubcaps that actually go on the wheels. I just didn't ever install them up there. Just snap them on, but looks alright to me without them. Let's see, the handle. I like the Hyper Tough handle better because it's higher up, as you can see, compared to the Pulsar handle is much lower. So Hyper Tough takes the cake there on the handle part. This handle here is much shorter, like it's for a shorter person or something. I don't know, but anyway, the handle is much shorter, but I actually got used to pushing it still. So, but I do like the Hyper Tough better on the handle part of the lawnmower, I would say. So, yeah. The motor wise, power wise, I would say the motor on the Pulsar brand is much more powerful than the Scranton engine here. It's 125cc overhead valve. This one here is 150cc overhead valve. So the Pulsar has much more power than the Hyper Tough for one here. Okay. Both engines run good. Neither one of these engines use oil or nothing. But I must say that I actually like the Hyper Tough engine better. The reason why, because it's much quieter. It's quieter than this one. This mower here runs very loud compared to this one. And I like the handle better on the Hyper Tough. So I may buy a new Hyper Tough just to try the new wheel design system next. As you can see here, I got like some copper wire here to kind of take the stress off the handle when you lift the lawnmower up in the back, as I showed you guys in previous videos here. So I can lift it up, and that wire kind of take the stress off the handle. And like I said, that's where the problem come in at on those mowers. It's where the design, and it gave a lot of the wheel problem in the back right there. Other than that, I think the Hyper Tough is a good lawnmower. So really good lawnmower. It's been pretty good. Matter of fact, I got three of them to be honest. I got a gray one too, and I got another red one like this with I'm working on a wheel on, which is over there on the other side of the yard over there. So yeah, man. I would say if you can get either of these, go for them. But I would say if you're trying to save some money, both of them look good. Even the Hyper Tough still looks really good. I keep them kind of cleaned up a little bit. But if you're trying to save a little money, I would say go with the pulsar. I got that at Home Depot for 139 bucks versus the Hyper Tough. I paid 168 for it like last year. So, so you're talking about $30 difference in price. So, if you want a stronger mower, I would say it cuts more closer. Go with the pulsar. The pulsar cuts closer than the Hyper Tough. If some of y'all looking at a real close cutting lawnmower, get the pulsar. That one cut. The Hyper Tough cuts close too, but not as close as the pulsar. The pulsar cuts very close. So yeah, don't cut as close to pulsar. And at 139, I think I'll go back with another pulsar. Just make sure you put oil in it, you know. So overall, in this battle, I would say go with the one that's cheaper. You're talking $30 cheaper for the pulsar. So, y'all be the judge though. Both of them are good mowers, but if you're on a budget, pulsar is a bigger engine. It's gonna be the way to go. You have more horsepower with the 150cc engine versus the 125cc engine with Hyper Tough that costs $30 more. So I think I'll go back with another pulsar because of the price. That's just me. I like the wheel design better as well. So anyway, I can save a few bucks is the one I'm going with. I'm glad both of these still run good. I just had a little problem on the back wheel on this one because of the design, but I can put some JB Weld and I can get that straightened back out. I can jerry rig that myself. So, but motor wise, both of them are great. But like I said, if you want more power, go with the pulsar because it has the 150cc overhead valve engine. So versus 125. So you've got high grass, it's gonna bog down more over here. The Hyper Tough is. So anyway, there you go, man. Just give y'all the looks on it. Let y'all see what we got. Both of them good mowers though. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes you just gotta go with your one that save you some money. That's how it all play out, And that's how I see it. With your one you can get a good deal on. And that's always the case. So anyway, man, till next time, hit that subscribe, man. Go get your pulsar or Hyper Tough from Walmart. Whichever you prefer. I'm out. Peace.